Hey, what happens when a charming, mischievous child cons his way into free room and board with three adults who should absolutely know better? You get the lowest rated episode of Three's Company, according to IMDb. And no, it's not the one where everyone thinks Mr. Roper's having an affair with the real estate lady.
Oh, a miniature golf cart. Boy, I really used to score pretty good in those days.
Well, times change.
Maybe I need a better course to play on.
Welcome to the worst episode ever. Yep, where I dive into a classic show and check out the episode that fans collectively voted into sitcom shame. I can explain. Paul here. I'm an actor and former radio host, and this is the video where we judge classic TV shows by their absolute worst episode. Now, I'm not saying I think this episode is the worst one in Three's Company's history, but according to IMDb voters, it is. In fact, Jack's Bad Boy sits firmly in the bottom 10 of the show's entire IMDb ranking. 6.3 out of 10. That's the lowest right now. Could change, but ouch. Now, for those of you who don't know Three's Company, where have you been, huh? What, have you been living under a rock with two girls the last 50 years? Anyway, it's a late 70s, early 80s sitcom filled with misunderstandings, pratfalls, and a never-ending string of people walking into rooms at just the wrong moment. Jack Tripper, he was great. A man pretending to be gay so that he could live with two women without upsetting their landlord. Oh, those scenarios. Yeah, the series ran for 8 seasons, and while it was never Shakespeare per se, it had its rhythm. Someone hears something out of context, panic ensues, and hilarity usually follows. But in Jack's Bad Boy, the formula gets weird. Like, this could be an episode of Punky Brewster weird. So here's the deal. Jack, Janet, and Chrissy. Yeah, Suzanne Summers was still around in season 4. They come home to find a random 12-year-old boy coming out of their bathroom. And Mr. Furley was there too. The kid introduces himself as Billy, claims he's been abandoned by his parents. The girls, with all the street smarts of a golden retriever, decide, hey, let's let this child we just met live with us. What could go wrong? Well, a lot. Billy charms his way into their hearts. Jack, though, not so much. The kid's witty, manipulative, and drops more I'm just a poor, abandoned child lines than a Dickens orphan on audition day. Mr. Furley, the landlord, shows up, and he's got no issues with this situation either because, let's be honest, he's not exactly Mensa material. Billy proceeds to milk the girls for sympathy, all while Jack is the only one that sees Billy as a brat. Here, Jack agrees to teach him how to box. Jack gets the worst of it. Hilarious? Kind of, I guess. The kid is like Oliver Twist if he had a sitcom writer's room behind him. Eventually, and this is a spoiler alert, it all unravels when Billy is really a rich kid with his own chauffeur. Turns out little Billy wasn't abandoned. Oh my. He ran away from home after getting in trouble and just decided 3 grown roommates would make excellent substitute parents and someone to have fun with. All right, the trio is shocked that they've been scammed. They were duped by a kid with more hustle than Larry on speed date night. The chauffeur takes Billy home. No one learns anything. The end. Now, before I get into why this might have been voted the worst episode, there's some weird reasons. And please hit that notification bell so you won't miss future deep dives into the most questionable moments in TV history. And if you're enjoying this trip down awkward memory lane, well, please like the video. Yeah, it really helps more people find the channel. All right, why the hate on this episode? First, the obvious. Three's Company fans come for adults behaving like over-caffeinated 12-year-olds, not actual 12-year-olds. Billy kind of hijacks the episode. Jack, Janet, and Chrissy are reduced to background players in what feels like a rejected episode of Different Strokes. Secondly, the writing. Billy's con isn't exactly airtight, and the adults' blind acceptance of a mysterious child showing up and living in their home is more sitcom brain fog than I can really handle. Third, no misunderstandings. No mistaken identities, no romantic chaos. Nobody hears Chrissy through a door and thinks that maybe she's marrying an elderly, disabled ex-con zookeeper or something. It just doesn't feel like Three's Company is what I mean. Yeah, it's more like Three's babysitters. And finally, it just wasn't that funny. No real punchlines, just a lot of aren't kids wacky energy, and not in a good way. So is Jack's Bad Boy the worst episode ever of Three's Company? Maybe not in terms of effort, but in a show built on chaos, this one sits there like Billy on the couch with Jack's trophy waiting for a sandwich or something. You know, if you had to sit through this one, I feel for you. If you actually liked it, I've got some questions, but I support you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with what episode maybe you think really deserved the bottom slot. Jack's Navy friend? I'll be back with another classic show and another episode the fans never forgave. As for this episode, Three's Company, but in this case, 4 was a crowd. You see what I did?